June 17th, 2020. Jamie can't breathe. This photo is Jamie filming the recent release of Romeo Bobcat. Yesterday, Jamie came into my office on another matter, and I noticed she was still having a hard time breathing. I asked if she could use her inhaler, or if she wanted me to hire someone to clean out her office and the master bathroom, if that was the source of the irritant. She said no to a maid because she needs to sort things as she throws them out. She said she can't take any of the other remedies while she's taking the shots, but that she's had 2 doses of the shots and they aren't helping. She teared up then. Jamie almost never cries. She said she's scared about not being able to breathe. I'm scared because of all the times that a lung issue would be awful. Right in the middle of the second spike of COVID-19 in Florida is the worst time. It pains me to see her struggle so just to fill her lungs. I keep seeing images of the scarred lungs from the coronavirus when I think about her and fear for her future. If she could even survive it. Jamie is all about being active, adventurous, hiking, swimming, biking, and chasing injured bobcats. How sad for her if she should lose her capacity to do what she loves. It makes me cry. A few days later, I asked what her favorites were, and I was ashamed that I didn't know. Her favorite color? Hot pink. I thought it was lime green. Favorite food? Sushi. I had no idea. Favorite place? Costa Rica. I didn't know that. Favorite song? Gravedigger. I did know that. And second favorite song? Carry On My Wayward Son. How could I not know these things? I don't know them about Howie or my mother either. I thought we would all be crying by the end of the day over Nikita Lyon. She's 19 and has been on a downhill slide health-wise. Today she vomited and refused her meds and snacks, which is meaningful. No matter how bad she feels, she will usually eat. Dr. Justin Borstein came by after work, and it took a bunch of volunteers to lift her sedated body into the transport. I noticed that Afton was taking the second-in-command lead to Jamie and wasn't filming, so I used my iPhone 11 to capture it, while Brittany went live to thousands of Facebook fans. They raised a couple of thousand for Nikita's medical care over the 3 or 4 live sessions she did. Once they had Nikita in the Winsong Memorial Hospital, I went back to my desk to see what I could capture via the Explorer webcams. There were way too many volunteers in the hospital, and even though everyone was wearing masks, it just didn't make sense for me to be in the room too. Jamie runs the hospital, and I think my absence in most of the cat care situations gives her confidence. She doesn't have to worry about me second-guessing her, or about who is in charge. What she probably doesn't know is that her presence gives me confidence. Blood work showed that Nikita's kidneys weren't awful. They were bad, but not as awful as this episode would expect. X-rays showed some angry mass near her stomach, but it would take 18 shots of her side just to cover her whole body, so it was hard to zero in on what that was. They did a sonogram, and they could see it was so big they couldn't get one image of it to show the entire thing. Oncura Partners was down thanks to COVID-19, but Jamie didn't know they weren't receiving all of the images she was sending in for a second opinion until she was done. There were so many images to send that Jamie asked if I'd help the crew wheel Nikita back out to her enclosure and secure the transport to the cage. Nikita's too old to be back up on her feet that quickly, so she would have to sleep it off last night and maybe go out today. It was dark, so I parked my golf cart where I could get the most light on the doors. The safety gate door had been cut extra wide the last time we had to pull Nikita out, because back then she was over 400 pounds, 500 pounds at her peak of health. So we had to patch around the door to secure the crate, and it was a weird angle, so we were having to try again and again when Jamie came up. I felt so relieved when she arrived. I know I could manage hooking up a transport to a cage with a sleeping lion in it, but realize that whenever a cat crisis happens, I always feel instant relief when Jamie is there. I know that if I make a mistake, she will catch it. I know that no one will get hurt and no cat will get loose. No one else has ever given me that instant feeling of confidence that everything will be okay when it comes to the safety of a cat or the crew. This really is backwards. I know. It makes me cry. Jamie has always had to be the grown-up and has had so much responsibility laid at her feet. I often say that I was never a child, but it's because I never wanted to be a child. Jamie has never been a child, but I don't think that's been her choice. It's been because of my choices. I wish there were some way to change that and make it up to her. Winding down the sanctuary is a start, but I worry that I may have come to that conclusion too late. I want her to be able to enjoy her newfound freedom when the day comes that we can close the gates for the last time. She needs to be able to breathe to enjoy those days when they come. If you're enjoying my diary, please like, share, and subscribe. You can find other ways to connect to me over at bigcatrescue.org/Carole.Baskin.